So let's talk about the episode. Let's talk about the episode. So did y'all hear about all the actors been let go? No action or if they was fired, if the show getting canceled or nothing like that. We gonna do a scream about that and talk about that and see what's going on and see. Hopefully they're not canceled. Cause we good until the summer of 2020. So hopefully by then, well before then, they'll get themselves together. Or we gonna have some problem days of our lives. Y'all been strong all this long. Now all of a sudden y'all done let all your people go. And then tell the people whether they was fired or not. Now come on now, y'all. Y'all can do better than that. But anywho though, y'all, let's get into this Wednesday episode. Now, Polly, I understand you trying to hold up the memory of Mickey, Maggie ex-husband. Why would you name your daughter Mickey? That's a girl. I'm with Victor. Mackenzie sounds so much better. That little poor girl gonna get bullied in high school all the way through school with that name, knowing that that is a boy name, Mickey, Mickey Mouse. Do you see Minnie Mouse name Minnie? I mean Mickey. Like, come on now, Polly, you did too much with that name. Like, you could at least did it somehow where it could remember him and also be a girl name, not a boy name, a girl name. Mackenzie sounds so much better, but we gonna let you have your fun. You want to name your daughter that. He's not your dad, but he helped raise you, so we gonna let you have your fun with that one. But I think the whole Mickey name for a girl is way out of the picture. Cause if that was supposed to be a girl name, Mickey will be named Mickey. You get what I'm saying, but that name is totally. I don't know what you was thinking, but okay. Now, Nicole, oh, I feel so bad. Oh, I feel so guilty. Oh, it's killing me that Eric got a child and I can't tell him and we want to keep it hush hush. Okay, Nicole, how bad is this secret killing you? You going back to the EJ days. Remember how all them blew up in your face and then EJ got tired of you in your lives and he finally let you go and got done with you and got rid of you? You leaning towards the EJ era. It's not killing you that hard that you still up here going along with all these lies, including the lie that Xander is that child father, not Eric, knowing that it's the other way around. And we're going to see how you going to talk your way out of this saying that how long you knew. And let's see if you're going to keep a straight face. You're going to be honest with that man and tell that man you've been known for a while now that you were so insecure and in your feelings that somebody else was able to get Eric a child and you can. Even though he do think Hotwell, even though he is raising Harley like that's his child. I, Nicole, why would you want to go down this line stage? Like, you had plenty of chances and opportunity to tell that man he is the father of that girl, of that lady baby. Why would you sit back and lie and continue on with the lie, including with the lie that that Xander is the father of that girl or that baby? Why would you go along with these lies? Like, well, why? It doesn't make any sense. Like, why? Nicole, you don't feel too guilty. And you talking about not losing Eric. Oh, you gonna lose him with this secret right here. The farther it goes down a rabbit hole, the farther you go deeper with it, the farther you keep on lying with it, the farther you go along with these lies, schemes, and all that. And Eric, force her to take a DNA test. That's about your best bet right there. Y'all was acting like y'all was gonna do that, and Eric mentioned that he need 100% proof that he is not the father. Why didn't y'all do the DNA test? That would clear it all up. Or better yet, Polly Pocket don't want to seem like she, easy, sleep with any man, even though she did sleep with 3 different men in a couple of weeks. We already determined that, so Eric, do a DNA test. Go ahead and cuss Nicole out now, cause it's coming. And for the last How many times have they done try to reprise Basic Black? Why don't y'all leave Basic Black dead? Basic Black was a thing in the past. It was a good thing in the past. Why don't y'all leave Basic Black alone and stop reprising it? So the year later down the road, Brady and Nicole 50-50 in Basic Black and bringing it back together. How many times have we done tried this with Basic Black? What is this? The 6, 7, 8, 10, 12. How many times we done tried this? And watch a couple of months down the road or a couple of weeks down the road or what have you, you ain't gonna hear Basic Black ever, ooh, excuse me, ever again. Why don't y'all leave Basic Black alone and let it die and keep it dead? Why y'all keep on bringing back a company y'all know that y'all ain't gonna keep around forever, like Titan, like the Mirror Enterprises, like Gabby Chic, all those companies? Why don't y'all just leave Basic Black alone? Basic Black was a good thing. When I first started watching Days, it was a good thing. Then it died. Then Teresa, I think that's her name. Teresa tried to bring it back, or whatever the girl named Brady, the mother of Brady. Teresa tried to bring it back with Nicole and Brady. Remember the whole fashion show? How horribly wrong that went. Like, why don't y'all leave Basic Black alone? Let Basic Black stay dead. It likes to stay dead. Why don't y'all keep it that way? And Victor, the writers, ma'am and sir, y'all got some explaining to do. I understand the year, the 6 months later, the 7 months later storyline y'all going along with him. But I was when the devil did Victor finally give in to Xander and his need and wanting ways to get in the Titan. He finally got in the Titan. Now all of a sudden he running Titan and Nicole and Brady trying to reprise Basic Black. When did this happen? How did this happen? How did Victor finally dumped Brady, which we knew was gonna happen eventually? Like, Brady, you should have just left that whole situation alone. I was screaming and hollering at you through the TV. Don't sign that contract. Don't get back in with Victor. You know, sooner or later, something gonna come up. He ain't gonna like the way you moving, and he was gonna dump you, even with that fancy contract that you wrote, that you had him write up for you. Like, I knew it was gonna happen eventually. Hell, he tried to get you out the way when Kate, he was trying to get Kate from the Mara and come work for him. He almost got rid of you then because you let Kristen move in. So, all these other candidates he had, like Kay, somebody can be okay, Kat. Somebody could run side by side with Sierra. They go Sonny, even though the sexual harassment suit might have messed him up and it wouldn't probably look good if he did go to run that. But anybody else could have ran Titan. Somehow Victor got a bad taste of the scotch. Somehow Xander poisoned the scotch and made him lose his mind. Or Victor doing some yoga and might have felt a yoga and fell on his head the wrong way. Or somebody must have hit him across the head. Or somebody must have hypnotized him. Or I'm thinking of ways that somehow either the writer screwed up this storyline is nuts, or y'all really wanted Xander to be this important to run Titan. Cause if we go back, Victor told Xander that would never, ever, 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 ever happen. He just barely got into the door and barely got in the door good. Now all of a sudden he got in the door good. Now he running Titan. Now I know he the one that probably killed Jordan and not being set up in jail in prison for murder. And they're trying to get him the death penalty, and he trying to appeal that or whatever, which is failing miserably for him because Sierra now moving into the mansion to find evidence to clear being named and set Victor up and Xander. So how do we go from that, setting being up for Jordan murder, giving Xander all this power, and letting him run a multi-billion conglomerate, as y'all say, like Titan? Somebody that screwed up and messed up, but okay. We just gonna run with that. That Victor got some bad scotch. And Maggie, you might think that Victor care about your sobriety. Victor don't care about your sobriety, baby. Really, he don't. And he really cared so much. He'll have that stuff locked up in the safe, somewhere where you can't find it, somewhere that only he got the key. Hiding his alcohol and getting a little sip here and there, hiding under the sofa pillow, under the table, under the mat, behind the fireplace, somewhere where he got the booze hidden. Is baby, he don't care about your sobriety. Really, he don't. Somebody that really cares, they'll have that stuff locked up in the safe, or better yet, he'll do like he used to do. Remember the days remember the scenes we saw him where he'll go to Doug's place and get him a drink because he couldn't drink his own. Remember those days? Or he'll go down to the Brady pub and get his drink then, not sitting in the house drinking. Brittany don't care nothing about Maggie and her sobriety. And the sooner she realized that, the better off she would be. So, as we going on the year later timeline, so JJ on pills. We waited to the middle of the episode, and at the end of the episode, to find out Haley is dead, thanks to Brady. Well, thanks to Kristen. Kristen then snapped and then lost her mind 7 months later down the road. We got Kristen still pregnant, the baby jumping, she happy and excited, grabbing Brady's hand, letting him feel the baby jump. Then somehow they fell in love. Kristen was supposed to be dead, but she ain't dead. She alive and well and kicking, and somebody cheerful with Lonnie there praying, talk about she still miss Eli and all that, and she's sorry she had to do him like this and that and do him like that, and she started with Kristen while Brady think Kristen and his baby is dead. They're not really dead. And somehow Kristen then snapped and popped the blood vessel and then killed Haley Chang, then killed her, and now JJ on pills, JJ mad at Brady, Eric trying to help him where he get knocked out trying to help JJ. Brady was telling his story of how him and Kristen fell in love in the AA or NA meeting. JJ get mad, snap at Brady, cause out of all the people in the room, Brady about the strongest one of them all, which I find that very funny. Out of Maggie, out of Eric, and out of Brady, Eric, and Maggie, out of Eric, Brady, and Maggie, Brady the one that stayed strong after all this didn't happen to him. Maggie didn't have a slip up. Eric almost had a slip up. But Brady the one that went through all this trauma and he's still clean. Okay. We just gonna run with this storyline. Let's go ahead and continue the storyline. Okay. If Chris is the one that killed Haley Chain, I got some questions, Mr. and Mrs. Writers. If Kristen killed Haley, why would she kill Haley? What did Haley exactly do to her? Why do Brady think Kristen and his child is dead, and he trying to stay strong, not trying to drink or fall dead to the bottle or start drinking again. I guess we got to wait later on down the timeline to see. But other than that, like I said, y'all confusing me, but I'm also able to stay focused and hang on to what y'all giving us at the moment. But like I said, this storyline is like all over the way. Like I said, a year later, 7 months, 6 months down the road, then we got Abigail and JJ back. Yeah, Abigail and JJ. Abigail and Chad back. Basically, they didn't move back in the mansion. Basically, this is Operation Get Gabby the Devil out of the mirror. Chad, you was never a good CEO. You was alright, but you wasn't that good coming to CEO. I think Kate would do a better job than you. But now we reliving the fact that we going back to the Gabby with a wine and eye storyline again. You notice how that's easing on in there. The whole Gabby with a wine when Gabby lost her mind, and then Stefano knew all this time, and then we had Gabby Wine all over again. So I see we could play around with Gabby Wine all over again, which that makes me very exciting. I want to keep on remembering Gabby Wine and Wine all over again. I wasn't confused back there, but I won't be confused this time. Yes, I will. Don't do oh Lord, I'm not looking forward to the Gabby Wine all over again. But okay. So Abigail and Chad still steaming from that, and the whole Gabby with a wine eye thing, how she wanted her revenge against Abigail, how she got half of her revenge, but not all. She got all her revenge, but not enough. She still was running behind Stephen and trying to get Stephen, which she got her revenge for him also, which ended up him dying, and now she running things. Now Chad talking to, we doing the little Stefano thing all over again. That's what we going at again days. We already know that after that plays him is dead. So now y'all got somebody pretending like they Stefano in a dark shadow. All we see is they back and Stefano habits with the chairs and the alcohol and the cigars. Yeah, that won't work very well. But I see where y'all going at with the whole Gina, where Princess Gina storyline and her quest to get back John. And we also see that y'all gonna play with the Stefano storyline, and Stefano is still alive, and Chad been talking to him this whole entire time, and he been keeping this secret from Abigail this whole entire time. And now he had to tell her that he's alive, and he had to show her proof that he was alive, meaning from their instant messaging, only the stuff they would know about, what they talked about, what they discussed, and only the stuff when Stefano was alive, when he was around Stefano and their memories that they had before he took his demise, before he ended up dying and running away again and all that. Like, yeah, he alive, but not really, Abigail. And Chad, you nuts. Ain't no way, no hell, after all that trauma, after all that stuff Gabby done did to y'all, you really gonna sit there and live in that? I'm with Abigail. I can't be nice with her. Did y'all forget all the stuff Gabby done did to y'all, and y'all had the nerve to move back into the mansion? Y'all want that trauma all over again. Really, y'all do. But we gonna go ahead and move along from there. And we gonna move along from there, and I already see where that's heading. It's heading good, and we can knock Gabby down a couple of heads. Let's do that. Now let's get down to the Eli, Abe, Lonnie storyline where she was getting married. It's a year later. No, it's 6 months later. I think with him. It's a year later with him. 6 months with Brady. Lord, I'm trying to keep up with this. It's a year later. They confused me with this one. Cause first it's a year later after Lonnie basically left him at the altar and they didn't get married. So from that year on in, you mean to tell me Eli and Lonnie lasted a whole year working with each other. And then all of a sudden, he finally snapped and said, I can't do this anymore. I can't work with you. You broke my heart. You broke me. So now I'm giving up my position to get away from you, the woman that I love, the woman that left me at the altar. Then to find out he didn't really have to leave his position, but he gave it up anyways. And she's somewhere. The mama says she fine, but she not really fine. She hang around in churches, acting like she Mother Teresa, where she the father's from, but acting like Mother Teresa, going around her and Kristen, where Kristen run into her at the end of this episode. So we know Abe got his position back a year later. After all that time, it took a whole year for him to get his position back, and the voters voted him back in. Why did it take a whole year for the whole Eli line, the storyline, for him to work for her a whole year? And then all of a sudden, he can't take it anymore, and he decided to resign. I thought she left town, but he ended up quitting. Okay, we see where you're going at, Days. Well, it confused me. And then y'all also confused me with the whole Gabby storyline, with the Lana storyline, with the heart transplant that um um I forgot that Julie got. So we saw how hard Julie was. Well, we see how hard Gabby was to make Lonnie pay for Lonnie shooting her husband. We saw how Gabby sat there. Anytime Lonnie wouldn't say, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, I do this, no, I won't do that. But anytime we seen Lonnie tell Gabby no, she would go and press that button, which made Julie hard, like it was pumping hard and fast, and she couldn't breathe and all that. Now all of a sudden on this episode, we got her talking about your legacy gonna live on, your heart still beating. Now we got her forgetting about Lonnie and that heart and talk about some your heart live on, your legacy live on, and I'm gonna make sure it stay living on. When did she get off of Lonnie bag? If that's why Lonnie ran out of town, because Lonnie couldn't take that pressure, and Lonnie didn't want Gabby to destroy that heart, that newfound heart that Julie then got all of a sudden. See, I'm confused there. But we gonna wait and see how that play out. Um that's about it for today. That's about it, y'all. I think I got it all out. I think. I'm not for sure, but I think I got it out. Because this is my third time doing this video because my camera froze stuff on me. But anyways, though, y'all, that was the episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Bye.